Hello, my name is James, I'm the Mayor of Jamestown, and do I have a new series for you. Love them or absolutely hate them, mobile game ads are everywhere nowadays. And of course they are. Mobile video games are big business, we all know this. Now despite this fact, it doesn't stop mobile game ads being some of the most awful, cringiest stuff you can find. What's even worse than that, some of them are just straight lying to you with false advertising. For example, you've all seen one like this. It will be a sort of puzzle game with interesting puzzle mechanics, and they'll pretend that that's the gameplay, and then you download the game and it's just another crappy RTS game that wants to be the next Castle Crashers. Clash of Clans, not Castle Crashers, wrong game completely. So what I'm going to do to sort of bring the fight back to these awful ads is by downloading the game, giving it a try, and seeing just how much the ad either lies, false advertises, or simply is just absolutely atrocious of a game as a whole. It all depends on what game we'll be playing, but some are going to be better than others, some most certainly are not, but we will have to wait and see when we get to those ones. Anyway, that's enough stalling, let's make a start on the first game, of which today is also today's sponsor in the form of Raid Shadow. Wait, no, go back a bit, that is not correct. It's just today's first game into the foray. We all know the problem with Raid Shadow Legends ads. It isn't even necessarily the fact that their ads are bad, it's just the fact that there's so many, and they are on everything, and they are sponsored by everyone, and you can't breathe on the internet without seeing a Raid Shadow Legends ad. Anyway, let's take a quick look at one of Raid Shadow Legends ads, explained by Jeff Goldblum, which I must say, I'll give him props for, because anything that has Jeff Goldblum in is an instant improvement. So, let's check out the ad.
Hydroboss explained by Jeff Goldblum?
The Hydra monster in Raid Shadow Legends is, to call it a boss, that's reductionistic. It's more of a CEO. No, it's the entire board of directors, only instead of humans, they're a horrifying multi-headed serpent creature, and they have no discord among them, which is not typical for these large corporations. But your champions, they're not just going to stand there. They whoosh, and they whoop, and they yeah. But here's the thing, every time they chop off a head, another one grows to replace it. And you're just sitting there going, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, yes.
Face the Hydra in Raid Shadow Legends. Play for free. No.
So, that was the ad. There are so many different Raid Shadow Legends ads that I could have picked from, but I thought the one with Jeff Goldblum in would be the most interesting, to be honest. Doesn't really say much about the game, but, you know, it's not really an ad, it's him more explaining the Hydra in the form of an ad. It's odd, but it works because it's Jeff Goldblum. Anyway, enough stalling, let's actually play the game and give it my own personal thoughts. As you do with all mobile games, at least all that I can immediately think of, we must start off with a very simple tutorial, which I'm sure will explain more or less everything that we need to in the game. At least here's hoping. So, everyone, I imagine everyone sort of knows what the gimmick is with Raid Shadow Legends by now. It's a pretty typical turn-based RPG with loads of characters and loads of loot and loads of stuff to do. Let's get through the tutorial first and see what the game has to offer. Okay game, I'll give you props, that's actually quite funny.
We attack together, on 3.
Well, that's quite amusing. Am I not playing? Is the boss gonna kill everyone? The boss has killed everyone. Okay, well that's cool. That's a great start, I suppose.
I thought these champions may have been the ones. Yet it seems I have failed. If I have strength...
Okay, so I get to pick who I want. So we've got Elhain, Kale, Galek, and Ethiel. I'll take the archer just because she died. Sorry, love. We'll pick you. Okay. That was a very quick
Awaken, warrior.
tutorial.
This is your battle. You have chosen.
Okay. Now I need to say something and get this off my chest real soon. I almost swore then YouTube doesn't like swearing anymore. I absolutely detest the UX of Raid Shadow Legends. I've played it once before because obviously I'd seen the ads, you know, for like 2 years, and I was like, oh, let's try the game and see what it was like, and I could not stand the UX. There was just stuff everywhere. And this is a problem with mobile games where they throw so much at you to try and get you to stay that it kind of ends up having the opposite effect. But alas, let's just do our summon, shall we? I don't know if they're predetermined or not.
Excellent. You've summoned an attack type champion with great attack and support skills.
I'm guessing it's predetermined. Okay, can I not summon the other one? I got 2. Let me summon 2. You said I've got 2. Let me summon another one. Alas, we've got the fun tutorial of just click where I tell you to click. Yeah, I'm not here for story. I'm not here for story. You're not here for story. Let's be honest with ourselves, shall we? Right, let's click start and see if we get to actually play the game.
The arrows above each enemy's head show how your champion.
Okay, yellow is neutral, red is bad, green good. Gotcha. So, attacks one enemy, place an extra hit if this attack is critical. Attack one enemy, then all enemies. Place a 30% increased critical rate buff on this champion for 30 turns, for 3 turns if the target is killed. Bloody hell, we're starting off with stats early, aren't we? Attacks all enemies 2 times. We'll do that one. That one's simple. Oh, whoops, my bad. Animations are nice. Characters look okay, but I think that's just because I'm playing the game on playing it on BlueStacks. So if there's any sort of audio glitches or anything along those lines, it's not the game. So don't hold it against the game if there's like screen tear or anything like that. It's just because that was loud. It's just because I'm playing it on PC rather than mobile, so everything's a little bit skewed. But you know, let's up the speed. Let's auto. Look at that. Don't even need to play the game. Normally games lock you out of the auto function at the beginning of the game. But you know what? I'm okay with having an auto feature this quick. Doesn't bother me. In terms of actual combat, the game is a pretty standard sort of turn-based RPG. It's fun. There's nothing really wrong with it.
Campaign levels drop artifacts.
Oh, your voice acting is a bit rough, though, I will admit. Looks like they drop loot, which
along with special items.
Unfortunately doesn't affect appearance, but you know, there's so many characters in the game, you kind of expect that. Unfortunately, does do the cardinal sin of there's energy in the game, which do not like mobile games that restrict how much you can play. That's
Go to your champion collection and
that's an outdated.
This is where you can view
that's an
all
outdated,
each
antiquated part of mobile gaming that
See that?
is just real scummy, and I'm not a fan. Right, do I get to do it again? Battle 2. Not a fan of how they're tutorializing the game. It's pretty much just do as you're told, which isn't very fun. And it's not very engaging. Doesn't help that I've clicked on auto as well, but it is what it is. The combat at endgame I can see being quite engaging, because obviously auto attacking is only going to get you so far in a game like this. Voice acting is rough though. I can't unhear it. So there are set bonuses. Big fan of set bonuses. Do like that in games.
Special icons will show with this set boosts your champion's HP by 15%.
That's nice. We'll upgrade. Yeah, we're just... Oh no. Oh no. Oh, you can't be serious. You have an upgrade chance system. Once again, another aspect of mobile games that absolutely sucks. But also, mobile games aren't the only ones that do this. Free-to-play games do this as well. Terrible, terrible feature. The chance to fail an upgrade is dreadful. I want to know what happens if you fail it, though. Does it break, or does it just fail and you've taken their money? If you've just taken their money, that's fine. If it fails and the item breaks, oh, that's rough. That's not good. Oh, good. So we've got this lovely new player reward, which is nice, I suppose. It's nice to get free stuff. Some free 4-star gear. I'm guessing that's life leech. Can I play now? I can play. Look at that, I can play. Right, let's see what my options are. So we've got these to claim for a bunch of free items, which is really nice. We've got global chat, which the less said about global chat, the better, probably. So much stuff to click on. It's just a mess. There's so much stuff. The free characters are nice. I don't know if they're any good. I don't know the tiers in this game. It's what you get. I'm a new player to the series. Maybe if someone has played, maybe if someone is sort of end game, you can let me know if any of these characters are any good. Because free characters, a free character every 30 days is nice. Most of the stuff doesn't look that impressive. Epic gear is nice, but it's only 3-star. Yeah, you only get one 4-star epic item by the looks of things. Oh no, you get some more. I'll take that back. Get free energy, champion shards. Cool, I guess. You got the referral program. I won't be referring anyone myself. We got my profile. Change bits and bobs. Go would be you. Oh, got a new achievement. I can link my stuff, which I've not done. What a deal. Good. Cash shop. Lovely. I love it when they just fill the screen with cash shops. What am I looking at? So we've got an XP bonus, which is 140 crystals. How expensive are crystals? So 175 is £4.49. That doesn't seem very good, considering that's 40. That's like a quid. That's like £1.50 to fully regen my energy, or to get a day's worth of XP bonus. And then a big shard pack, 11 shards for 900. And that is how much? Oh my god. That's basically these two combined. Or this and then two of these. Actually, no, it's this and this, sorry. So about 22 quid to get a shard pack. I'll be honest, that's rough. The prices are a little bit rough. So I'm guessing that's a 5-star, and then 2 2-stars, and then 4 3-stars. For $25.99. Wow, okay, so they throw this on you very quickly. Well, that's mobile games for you. So what else we got? We got challenges. You just give me basic money, which, considering I have 129,000, the stuff probably isn't nearly as useful as you would seem to think. There is just so much stuff I have to click. So these are high elves. I will say one thing I do really appreciate about Raid Shadow Legends. Very, very impressive character roster. That's the one thing that impresses me the most about the game, is that there's tons of characters. Oh look, they got a review system. Oh, that's so good. I've not seen many games do this. I love a review system, because it just tells you whether a character is good off the bat, and you don't have to go on to a YouTube video to find out. Champion skins, nice feature as well. Let's see some other cool characters. So there's 84 of the Arrested Union characters, 202 corrupted, 160, 224. That's a lot of characters. let's have a look at what sounds interesting. Undead hordes. Scartosis. You're creepy. You've got a ton of reviews. Well, you're not very good at Fire Knight's Castle, are you? You've even got recommended artifacts. I don't know how good this system is, but I will say I love this feature. The fact it tells you can just click go and it will show you where you can go to farm these artifacts. Fantastic. Great design. Great design. I'll give them that. Any champion skins? No. There's a ton of characters. Very impressive roster of characters. That I will say about Raid Shadow Legends. The roster's very impressive. So it looks like you can get certain characters through Fragments, which I don't know about anyone else, but Fragments take bloody forever for me personally. So I can summon a 5-star for 100,000. Do I need to have a Sacred Shard? I'm guessing so. Okay, we'll open this one. Oh, you're a bit different. Lizard Men. Any champion skins? No. What are your reviews? You're terrible at Hydra. Upgrade this champion's rank to 4 stars to rate them. Okay, cool. I love the rating system. The rating system's such a nice niche idea. I've seen one other game do it. I can't remember that game's name off the top of my head, but I have seen it before. It's a great feature though. Level up, yep. Hate the energy system though. Energy systems are always bad. You can't prove me wrong. Oh, downloading resources. I received some weapons. Is this a timed... This is playtime rewards. Oh, okay. That's a nice thing to start off the game with, I suppose. Okay, so this is to craft new equipment. What's the market? Obviously, I'm not going to get to see it. We got the mine. Oh, no. Okay. So the gem mine produces gems for your bastion. Collect your gems, but... Okay. So the game, to circumnavigate you spending money, they request that you spend money to buy a gem mine that essentially mines you gems. So... essentially what they want you to do is to buy 500 gems real quick, get the gem mine, and then you can immediately start producing your own gems without spending a dime, which I'll admit is better than not having the gem mine, because then you're not forced to spend money. You can then kind of free to play it, and I'm sure there's a way to unlock 500 gems just from playing the game. I imagine the game will eventually give you about 500 red gems to do with what you please anyway. So it's a neat idea, but it does give off the impression that, hey, if you want to start earning red gems as soon as possible, you should unlock this immediately, which you then obviously have to spend money for. Guardian Rings is PvP. Okay. Fairly interesting. There's just so much on the screen, though. Free gift from us. Did I get any? I have no idea what most of this stuff does. Not that it really matters. Why are these all of interest to me? They're all red for some reason to say I should look at them, but there's no reason for me to. I want to know if upgrading stuff breaks it. Come on. Keep going. I must know if you break. Okay. Good. Doesn't break your item, it just uses your resources. Which I imagine, at a certain point, absolutely sucks. I don't know what I pressed. Upgrade 1 level. Oh. Oh my god. Okay, so it's an auto upgrade until it works. I can't believe that failed like 8 times. That's really bad. And then the upgrade chance was medium. So it wasn't even that bad to begin with. So that's not great, but at least the item doesn't break. You just lose a ton of resources, which I imagine during the end game must absolutely suck. So we've got dungeons, clan bosses, Doom Tower, arena, faction wars. So there's sort of a bunch of stuff to do. Honestly, all in all, the game isn't that bad. The gameplay's fun. There's a ton of characters, which is great. The cash shop seems quite predatory. It's nice that you can earn red gems for free, technically, but you have to get the mine, and it kind of seems to encourage you to get the mine as early as possible so you can start earning as quickly as possible. And there's 3 levels to the mine, so you can upgrade it and do what you will. But yeah. Raid Shadow Legends, not as bad as I was really expecting as far as mobile games go. From what I've heard, the game is quite predatory the closer you get to endgame, but if you casually want a sort of turn-based RPG, you could do worse. You definitely could do worse. Does it live up to the ads? Well, considering that most of their ads are just kind of funny, it's not too bad. There is a bit of humor in the game, albeit somewhat dark, if you can call it humor. But yeah, not a game I would personally spend a lot of time in, just because I detest energy systems, because they just stifle how much fun you can have with a game, which I think some people find useful, because it means then there's an inevitable stopping point where you can just be like, okay, I'm done now, I'm not playing anymore because I've got no more energy. But if I want to play a game and their system is like, well, you have to wait to play our game until your energy recharges, it makes me just not want to play the game, because the only mobile games that I play consistently do not have any kind of energy system whatsoever, and this one does, which I would say is not great, but I can see why the game has it. It's designed like a lot of 2D RPGs on mobile, so it makes sense that they have a energy system, because energy systems mean that endgame players can spend more money to play the game more, to get more equipment so they can get better at the game. So like a full energy refill is 40 gems, which it is what it is. But yeah, that's Raid Shadow Legends pretty much in a nutshell. So from what I played of Raid Shadow Legends, I actually was pleasantly surprised. The vast array of characters means you can build an almost unlimited amount of teams, which just ends up with endless amounts of replayability. On top of that, there's the review feature where players can review all of the characters in the game, which is just absolutely beautiful. More games need to do this. It's such a great quality of life, and it means that you don't have to leave the game to check out sort of guides and stuff on characters. As soon as you pull a new character, you can just check the reviews at the drop of a hat to see what they are actually good at. I love this feature, and I want more games to have it. On top of that though, unfortunately the game has an antiquated energy system, which just means you can't play as much as you'd want to. Just looking at the red gems to start off with, they look too expensive, and I can't see anyone wanting to spend that much money in the game unless you're really trying to push the boundaries of your account. Personally, I think the prices are too high, but considering that they're set to that, someone's got to be buying them somewhere, I suppose. The game's tutorial does the cardinal sin of just kind of doing it for you and telling you what to do, and it's an unengaging way to learn the game, but for the most part the combat is so simple that you don't really need much of a tutorial. Just click and tap and you'll eventually get it right. I like the look of the gear system. Sets are always a nice extra in RPGs. The upgrade system itself though kind of sucks, because I imagine by the end game you're spending a ton of resources to upgrade stuff because they're just constantly failing. But at least they don't break. If they broke, that would be a really scummy addition to the system, but thankfully we don't need to worry about that. I also touched upon that the game's UX and UI design is not great, just because it throws so much at you so early on that it is very hard to know where to go. But I wouldn't be remiss in saying that this isn't the first game to just throw so much at you in the hopes that something sticks. All in all, Raid Shadow Legends honestly surprised me. I was expecting it to be a lot worse than that for first impressions, but it wasn't half bad. Personally, I don't see myself putting any more time into Raid Shadow Legends myself, because it's it's just not really my thing. I don't like how many systems it has and how restricting some of them can be. But like I said, if you're looking for a 2D RPG, you could do a lot worse. Although admittedly, you could also do a lot better. For anyone that hasn't played the game, you're not really missing out on much. But alas, there we go. At least their numerous bloody ads aren't as completely atrocious as some other mobile games, which I'm sure we'll eventually get to. If you've got any mobile game ads I should take a look at, be sure to make a comment down below and I'll be sure to take a look at them as soon as I get the chance. The next one's probably going to be State of Survival because that game has some... oh boy, that game has some rough ads. But until then though, be sure to like, comment, subscribe and all of that good stuff. And until next time, I've been James, the Mayor of Jamestown. Goodbye.